Hello chaps, welcome to another TRT Q&A with me, Paulo Bricado, and today's question comes from someone who wants to remain anonymous, so we'll allow him to. He says, "Hi Paulo, do you take HCG with your TRT treatment? If not, have you experienced ball shrinkage?" So he's asking if I've taken HCG. So before I even answer that, I just want to give you guys a brief overview of what HCG is and how it plays into the whole TRT story. So basically what may happen when you go onto testosterone replacement therapy is that some guys, not all, but some may notice that they are less fertile, their sperm count drops and their balls may shrink slightly. Okay, so this is a common issue I've heard with quite a few men that are on TRT. So it's a valid case. Now, what HCG does is basically it's a hormone, and you can take it alongside your TRT, and that will kind of restore your fertility and get your balls or your testicles back to the size that they normally are, that they should be. So that's what HCG does. HCG, why can't I say that word? It's a tongue twister. And he asks me, do I take it and have I experienced ball shrinkage? So let's get on to that. So I started TRT about 6 years ago, and from what I can remember, what I can call and what I see down there, I haven't noticed any ball shrinkage, right? Now, it's not to say it hasn't happened, but if it did happen, it must have happened so gradually that I didn't notice, because it wasn't like one day I looked down and my balls looked smaller or anything like that. Now, even if they have shrunk slightly, which I can't tell if they have or haven't, which I'm inclined to believe they haven't then, but even if they have, it doesn't bother me, right? It's not like I have these sort of pea-sized testicles down there. They look fine to me, and I'm not stressing over them. I'd be more worried about my dick, which is fine. And so if my balls have shrunk slightly, then I haven't really noticed, and so it's not a big deal for me. I'm also a believer in keeping testosterone replacement therapy simple. So I don't, I'm not a fan of this idea of throwing in 100 different components into the mix, this hormone and that hormone and this pill and that tablet. I believe that less is more. So I believe that you should stick with the basic testosterone in your TRT, and only if you notice any sort of other really noticeable side effects or bad effects that make you question things, then look at throwing something extra into the mix like HCG. Now, a lot of guys do get this, right? A lot of guys do have shrunken testicles, and they do look into HCG. I see it online all the time. And if you are one of those guys and, it's really bothering you, you're worried about your fertility, maybe you want to have kids, maybe your balls have really shrunk a lot, then by all means look into it. It's just a hormone that you're going to take on top of the TRT that you would normally take, and so it may help you in whatever way necessary. Maybe it's a psychological boost, maybe it's for your fertility. So that's really it. I don't use it. I'm quite happy with the way things are. Not to say that I won't in future, but right now I really don't see any need for it myself. But if you're one of those guys that have noticeable effects, you may want to introduce it into your regimen. So just speak to your doctor or to your TRT provider and have a chat to them about that and take it from there. So thanks for the question. If you like this, please click the like button. And if you guys have questions, feel free to send them to me. You can send it to me here on YouTube. I've also got a new page on Facebook called the TRT Hub, which is linked to my website, trthub.com. And on that Facebook page, I do take messages there too. So if you want to leave me a message or ask a question, just like the page, send me a question, and then I could answer it in a TRT Q&A like this. Thanks for watching, and guys, I will see you in the next video.